friends, this is Literature by Munazza. Today we have a new topic, and this topic is about literary genres. As we already discussed about literature, what is literature? Literature is the mirror of society and it has different genres. So first of all, I let you know that you may have heard about this word genres. So what is that genre? What is this? What is the meaning of this word? So the meaning of this word is, this is a French word. The meaning of this word is categories, different types. So we take it as categories of literature, because when you are reading poetry and then you are reading drama or novel or short novel or short story, so they all are different category of literature. So we keep them in different categories. So let's start this genres, and first I will discuss the main genres, and then in another video I'll discuss the subgenres of these genres. So without wasting time, let's start it. And first of all, we discussed about drama. Drama is a play for theatre told by characters, or characters are revealing their characters or themselves with dialogues, and there is a performance on stage or in theatre. So this is all called drama. Drama can be read, drama can be performed. So the movies which you are watching these days, or the ancient dramas or different type of dramas which you are reading or watching, so they are all coming in this genre. And I let you know about the famous writers. First of all, Shakespeare, who has written a lot of dramas: Hamlet, Macbeth, King Lear, and Julius Caesar, and different. And then Oedipus is a Greek tragedy which was written by Sophocles, a Greek writer. So we can understand that drama was started from Greek. So I'll discuss these details in another separate video when I will discuss all the genres separately. So you will watch there, and of course it will increase or enhance your knowledge. So there are different more writers. This is Christopher Marlowe, Samuel Beckett, and Shakespeare I already introduced. So the other genre is fiction. So what is fiction? Fiction is, it never happens in real life. We can say it is the dream or imagination of a writer, or it has different subgenres. As the drama has different subgenres, similarly it has different subgenres, but this is the one of the major genres like drama. So first I will discuss about fantasy. Fantasy is the world that is involved in real life, like Harry Potter and Twilight. So keep that in your mind, that it never happens in real life. It is concerned with imagination of the writer, right? And then folklore. Folklore is about the cultural stories, fable and fairy tales, or myths. Myths are linked to ancient time, Greek time. In folklore, I let you know, like in Pakistan or in Asian country, we are very familiar to Heer Ranja, Sasi Panu. So that type of stories are folk stories. Then historical fiction. This is another subgenre of fiction, and this is based on real story, but characters are fiction. Maybe it is, we can say that this is based on a historical fact or any real character. so it will be easy for you to understand if I'll say like this. So this is based on a real character, but as the writer is writing, so it is based the real story, but characters are fiction. When the writer is writing it, so the characters are fiction. I have written a few more categories of non-fiction, and this is romance. Romanticism is already a literary moment in literature, and the romance or romantic novels are um, the relationship in between a man or a woman, or a love relationship in between both. And then mystery is another subgenre of fiction. And in mystery, we read about the stories which are based on crimes or murder. And then realistic fiction is that could have occurred. So means that could have occurred, but the writer is writing it through fictional characters. Then thriller is the last subgenre of fiction, and a story that makes reader excited. The end or the climax that make reader excited. And examples of these are Gone Girl, The Woman in the Window. So these are the examples of thriller. So now I will tell you about non-fiction. What are non-fiction uh, subgenres, and what is non-fiction? So fiction and we have discussed already fiction, and here we have to discuss non-fiction. So all the qualities or all the types or subgenres will go opposite to the fiction. Like here we have read that all is about fantasy or the imagination of the writer, but here the things will be real. How? First of all, the subgenre of non-fiction is biography, like the biography of Einstein, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, and Mr. Gandhi, or so on. Uh, People, those who are writing, or the writer who is writing exactly about a man or a person, this is the biography of uh, any person. And then autobiography, a writer is writing about himself and through a fictional character like Benjamin Franklin. And then number third is narrative non-fiction, a story that happens in real life. Characters, stories, even places are real, like in Cold Blood or Into Thin Air. So I hope the difference is clear in front of you in between non-fiction and fiction. So what is fiction? Fiction is the imagination of a writer. However, the non-fiction is the reality. These books are reality based, right? So there is another subcategory. This is periodical. Periodical is the subcategory in which we are reading magazines, blogs, newspapers, articles, which we are reading on daily basis. And then reference materials. Reference materials are the books with facts, like science books and other books with the given reference, in which we can find the reference. And then we will discuss poetry. In a previous video, I also discussed about poetry, so you can watch over there also. But here we will discuss it as the subgenre of literary genres. So poetry has specific word rhyming schemes, and in poetry there are different subgenres, but side by side I will discuss prose. Prose is a Latin word, and it is little bit different to poetry. And the Latin actual word is prosa, and it is written or spoken. But what is the difference in between prose and poetry? That prose is not written in the specific rhyming schemes. However, it is written in the paragraph, not like verses in the poetry. And then the poetry subgenre is lyric. Lyric is a poem about speaker's thought using symbols and sound. Most poems are lyric, elegy, ode, and sonnets. And for these subgenres, I'll make another separate video in which I will describe about all these subgenres, so that because as a student of literature, we need to know everything about these all subgenres. So then the second part or the second subgenre of poetry is narrative. The long poems like Beowulf's, this is an ancient poem, Beowulf, and then the Paradise Lost, which has thousands of words, and also Beowulf has thousands of words, or uncountable lines are there. So these narrative poems are that. And then dramatic poetry, which are already used in Shakespearean dramas and other ancient dramas. And in this dramatic poetry, there are three different subgenres, and they are soliloquy, dialogues, and monologues. And I will describe all about all these things in a different video. And soliloquy and dialogue and monologue, I let you know about that in a sentence. And this is about when the characters are talking to themselves. So far I hope that you understood it properly. And if you did not subscribe my channel, so please subscribe it, so that you can get more and more videos like this. Thank you.